Just imagine now, what it would be like if every thought you ever thought was simply one version of a story. And if all stories are written, then all stories can be rewritten. And isn't it interesting? Rewriting begins not by force, but by focus. And focusing now, not on what was, but on what's becoming. Because becoming is what you've always been doing. And perhaps without realising it, you've already begun. You see, some say, I'm not enough. But you're not enough. You're simply not yet fully aware of the enoughness that always was. And what if that enoughness was like a seed waiting for light, not permission? Now let that idea drift, like a whisper that's always been there. I'm worthy just as I am. Say it without saying it. Feel it without needing to believe it yet. Because belief often follows repetition, not the other way around. Repeat the rhythm. I'm enough. I'm enough. I'm already becoming more than enough. Because a belief is just a thought you've had a few too many times. And if thoughts are habits, then changing them, it's only a matter of practice. And this is the practice now. There was once a mirror that believed it was broken until one day someone stopped trying to fix it and simply admired what was reflected as it was, and something shifted. The cracks turned into constellations, and from that reflection a flame awakened. The flame didn't ask if it deserved to burn. It just burned, brightly, wildly, confidently. Because confidence is not something you earn. It's what you uncover when doubt falls away. So what if right now, the version of you who already knows how to love fully, already knows how to let go gracefully, already lives courageously, is simply waiting for you to remember the way back? And remembering is different from learning, isn't it? Remembering is reclaiming. So reclaim now. The trait's already yours. Confidence, not as arrogance, but alignment. Resilience, not as effort, but energy returning. Self-compassion as your default, not your reward. Authenticity as a release, not a goal. And in that remembering, the mind relaxes. The resistance loosens. What was once held tightly is let go, so something new can grow. And perhaps you're beginning to notice that the staircase you thought you were climbing was actually turning inward all along. Because going deeper feels like rising sometimes, and clarity sounds like confusion just before it breaks through. So when the voice in your head says, I can't do this yet, you may wonder, who said that? And who listens? And who chooses which voice wins? And if you didn't need to argue, what if you just let the other voice fade? Not with force, but with fascination. Because fascination dissolves resistance. And now, with every word, you're recoding. With every phrase, you're rewiring. Not because you tried, but because you allowed. A child once told he wasn't enough spends years proving otherwise, until he pauses, one breath, and says, what if I already was? And that breath becomes the moment life bends. A woman stands in the mirror, not to criticize, but to witness. She smiles, not because of what she sees, because she finally stops seeing through others' eyes. And in that moment, the war ends. You right now, listening to this, noticing how something feels different, subtle perhaps, like truth finding its voice again. You're enough. Repeat this in the background of your thoughts. You accept yourself fully. Let it echo when doubts arise. You're worthy of love, not because you changed, but because you remembered. Your state is your reality, so you shift your state before you shift the world. And these patterns, they aren't just phrases. They're new foundations. Beliefs, they aren't bricks you place. They're rooms you enter. So enter now into the identity of the self-accepting soul, the authentic flame, the magnetic energy that doesn't ask but attracts. The master of inner narrative, the one who decides what to believe because it works, not because it's true. because what works becomes true. You see, people don't respond to reality, they respond to frames, and the strongest frame wins. And the strongest frame is love, backed by certainty. So frame this. You're not waiting for the light, you are the light. Self-care, it's not indulgence, it's the maintenance of the masterpiece. Boundaries, they're not walls, they're portals of respect. Affirmations, they're not lies, they're instructions to your nervous system. And now you may find your body already knows, because the body listens faster than the mind. When you breathe with presence, you signal safety. When you stand tall, you signal certainty. When you speak gently, you signal love. And the subconscious listens to signals, not sentences. I'm already the person I used to hope I'd become. And the answer is, you are. Not perfectly, but presently. Not completely, but completely enough. And maybe now, you don't need to try so hard, because trying is tension, and tension breaks flow. But becoming is breath. So breathe. Let the code install. Let the self be remembered. Let the mirror reflect. Let the flame expand. Let the frame hold. And without needing to realize it yet, you're already operating differently. The script is rewritten. The patterns repatterned. The new belief installed. And so it is.